Well, I hope you love that track. Hold My Hand, Hootie and the Blowfish. Well, 10:15, and the doctor said he is feeling hungry. Well, he's had a long day, and I'm not going to keep you long enough. But we've spoken about, I think, covered all the topics. But just one thing about the way forward, like you've been saying, from here, where, and how, and what do we
Yeah,
do, like to help?
yeah. So if we have to work towards a zero rate of suicide in Goa,
Mhm.
we need to approach this from various angles and various sectors, because as I keep saying, that suicide prevention is everybody's business.
Mhm.
It's right from policymakers to educationists, to people in social welfare, to people in the health departments, and people who regulate the sales of pesticides, the FDA. So it's like everyone has to come together and begin to think about this from a more holistic viewpoint rather than from individual aspects.
Mhm.
And what is really required is a suicide prevention policy in Goa, and in India. I mean, there's a whole campaign that started off today to request the government to actually set up a national suicide prevention policy. I mean, with the loss of life to suicide being so huge, it's amazing that the amounts the government spend on suicide prevention is minuscule. I mean, I just read an article today which says the government spends almost around 5 crores at a national level, when actually what is really required is around 95,000 crores. And they're spending only 5 crores. The budget is so minuscule to kind of tackle a huge problem. I mean, if you go and see the budgets for mental health, is less than 1% of our health budget. So we need more money, we need more funding, we need more inclination towards mental health. And what I really, and this I've been saying for many years, Goa requires a suicide prevention policy. Yeah.
Right. So we hope that happens, and also there's a change in mindset among people. I think the way that they look at a person,
Yes. Yes.
who's going through a traumatic mental
It
trauma. Yeah,
starts over there.
yeah,
It starts at that basic
yeah,
level. What you're
yeah,
saying is really right.
yeah.
And I think today most colleges, more institutions need to raise this kind of awareness at their level,
Mhm.
and then slowly, I mean, you have more people on the bandwagon.
Yes, because many a times when many of my friends they ask me about things that happen, I say it's the chemicals in the brain. You need to get a control over that because you could be perfectly fine at the moment, but something triggers in your brain, and yeah, your chemicals don't work right, and
Actually, it's more about teaching people life skills. I
mm,
mean, in school, all we were taught is our maths, physics, chemistry, Hindi, and yeah, that is important. But that will take you to one part of life,
mm,
but that will not only teach you how to cope when things are going bad in
yeah,
your life,
yeah,
and how do you rise up when you fall.
mm,
And that's what people really need to know. How do you listen? Listen is a skill. Dealing with your emotions is a skill. Dealing with rejection is a skill. Coping with all the stresses in your life, that is a skill, and that is what we need to teach our young people today. And I keep pressing that this needs to be part of the curriculum.
curriculum.
I mean, yes, we do have, like, I remember when I was in school, we had moral science, and it was such a boring subject because what are you going to teach about philosophy and morals to young kids? But I think if someone actually had to teach me through stories
Mhm.
about when I get angry, what do I do?
Yeah.
And I think that would have been really interesting and beneficial
Mhm.
as I grew up.
Yeah, how to cope to if you're in a particular situation, what to do,
What
and
to
yeah,
do?
how
Right,
to approach. Yeah.
right.
So, anyways, thank you so much, Doctor,
Thank you,
for sharing
Daniel.
your
Yes.
time with us. And I'm sure our listeners will benefit from your talk. And for those of you who'd like to share your time and help the Cooj Foundation, you can get online, cooj.co.in.
Push.co.in.
Yes,
Right.
or the mental helpline in Goa 08322 252525. Call them anytime between 1 and 7 on Monday to Friday. And we're going to leave you with a track. To those of you who tune in to FM Rainbow, for those of you on our Facebook page and on YouTube Live as well, we'd like to say a big hi to you. Stay tuned because we're going to have Denzel and Triska coming in with their original composition that they highlighted today a little while earlier on the lovely show that they had, the Hoods Foundation had earlier. So I'm going to leave you, Doctor, with a track that I've lined in. It's a Michael Jackson song. It's called Just Good Friends.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you for your time.